ဟုတ်ကဲ့အားလုံးပဲမင်္ဂလာပါဗျကျွန်တော်က Expert Education ရဲ့ Counseling Team ကဆွဲနိုင်အောင်ပါပေါ့နော်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီ Facebook မှာလည်း viewer လေးရှိနေပြီဆိုတော့လေကျွန်တော်တို့ meeting လေးစလိုက်တော့မယ်ပေါ့ဒါဒီနေ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကတော့ဒီ UK နိုင်ငံရဲ့ပေါ့နော် London Southbank University ရဲ့ representative တယောက်ဖြစ်တဲ့ Mr. Justin Fan ကနေပြီးတော့သူတို့ London Southbank မှာရှိရပေါ့နော်အခု UK ရဲ့current pay intake တွေရှိလဲဆိုတာရယ်ပြီးတော့ scholarship ပုံစံတွေပေါ့နော်ပြီးရင် pay course တွေတက်လို့ရမယ်ဆိုတော့တစ်ချက်သူဘက်ကနေပြီးတော့ပေါ်ပိုင်းလေးနဲ့ပေါ့နော်ရှင်းပြပေးတော့မှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်နောက်ဆုံးကြလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ questions and answer ပေါ့နော် Q&A session လေးတစ်ချက်လောက်လုပ်ပေးပြီးတော့ဒီပေါ့နော်ကျောင်းသားကျောင်းသူတွေသိချင်တဲ့မိကုန်းတွေကိုတစ်ချက်သူနဲ့ထည့်ရပေးလို့ရပါတယ်ဗျဟုတ်အဲ့ဒါကျွန်တော်တို့ meeting လေးစရတော့မယ်နော်okay testing we can start
yes okay thank you Sway for the introductions good afternoon everyone my name is Justin so I'm currently the regional manager of London Southbank Universities so it's my pleasure to be here to have a sections with you to introduce about LSBU to the Myanmar students. So I think the sections today gonna give you around 45 minutes with the 30 minutes of my presentations and rest of the time is gonna be the Q&A sections. Okay, so if you have any questions, please feel free to drop the message through the chat box on Zoom or on Facebook page. So the EEVS team is gonna have to pick up the questions and leave it to me. Okay, so yeah, to begin with the reason why should you study in London? So as you all know, London is one of the biggest cities in the world that attract a lot of international students coming in. A part of acquiring the British degree, the students also find the internship opportunities here, and they are able to apply for the post-study visa for 2 more years after graduations. So that's why London is voted as the best cities for international students by QS ranking 4 years in a row. One of the famous writer, Samuel Johnson, have said that when a man is tired of London, he's tired of life. It means that there's a lot of stuff to do in London. It's the central hub for traveling. You can travel to anywhere in the Europe from the UK, from London. And also there's a lot of sightseeing, for example, Big Ben Tower, Buckingham Palace, or St. Paul Cathedrals as well. Yeah, and the city is rich of diversity and cultures as well, where you will have a chance to meet a lot of international students or make any international friends. And about London Southbank University, so we are first established since 1892. So far, we're over 130 years old institutions. And majority of the courses are professional accredited, and we have a pretty good graded employment as well. Annually, the university welcomes around 18,000 students, and 25% of them are international students coming from over 130 countries in the world. In the Southeast Asia regions, the top market, the leading market, are Vietnamese students, and following by the Myanmar students. That's why we do want to expand our presence in Myanmar to attract more Burmese students coming in to study with us. For our campus, we have a campus which is called Southern Campus. It's located right in the center of London. And here are some of the student testimonials, some of the feedback from the students who are currently studying at LSBU and also who have graduated from the universities. And they all agree that apart of providing the theories in the class, the university is also focused on providing the practical experience to the students, where they can join our internship or placement programs, or they can join the workshop which was hosted weekly, and they will have a chance to go for the field trip where you're gonna go to observe the real working space. And here are the reasons that the students might consider to choose to study at London Southbank Universities. First, the locations. We are located right in the center of London in Zone 1. Yeah, therefore, which provide a lot of convenience for the student to access our facilities. And the second one is the employability and enterprise. According to our surveys, 80% of the students after graduations from LSBU, they can find the desired jobs within 6 months. The rest 20%, they might go for higher studies, or they want to be entrepreneur, they want to be startup and open their own business. The third one is the affordable accommodations. We are one of the very few universities in the UK, in London, having 4 accommodations in the center of London as well, with a very affordable fees. And from the accommodations to the campus, it just takes you only between 2 to 10 minutes walk, so which very convenient. The fourth one is the award-winning student support. Beside the standard student service, the university also concentrate on the academic service, where you can book the one-on-one appointment with our faculty teams, and also you can join the peer advice program, which is the student from last cohort, whoever got the high academic results, they can go back and support the current students. And the last but not least, going to be scholarship and fee discount. This year, we have the new scholarship scheme, which is called Global Success Scholarships, which have the value of up to £4,000. So this will be mentioned in details later on. And here are some of the achievements that we got over the year. For example, we are University of the Year for Graduate Employment 2 years in a row, 2018 and 2019. And the LSBU median graduate salaries are ranked top 7 in the countries in 2020, which reflects our teaching qualities and also the opportunities that we bring to the students. We got award silver in teaching excellence framework, and we are also awarded as the Entrepreneur University of the Year. And here is the pictures about the campus. The one is located right in the center of London, which is called 𝐶𝐷 campus. So the campus is located in the Elephant and Castle area. So that's not the building campus, it's actually the big campus. So if you wish to travel to the campus, there'll be several ways. If you want to travel by train, there'll be the train stations, Elephant and Castle, next to the campus. And surrounding the campus, there'll be a lot of bus stations as well. And if you choose to stay at our dorm, so you can just walk to the campus. So if you look at the bottom left of the screen, you will see the Macaron House. That is the closest one, the closest accommodations to the 𝐶𝐷 campus. And from the location of 𝐶𝐷 campus to other famous destinations in London, for example, Big Ben Tower, Buckingham Palace, London Eye, or Piccadilly Circus, just take you only like 5 to 10 minutes by train. Yeah. And the name South Bank means that the university is located in the south of the River Thames. Yeah, we're not about like focused on banking courses. It's just the name of the locations. Yeah. For the Student Life Center, we have a space for socializing and events, restaurant, coffees, fees bursary departments, disability and dyslexia support, student advice where you're going to receive the academic service, work and meeting space, multi-faith chaplaincies, and the last but not least, going to be student union where you can raise your voice during their studies. Here, I'd like to emphasize on one department, which is the employability and careers. This is the department we're involved in whenever you have the demand to find the part-time jobs, to find the full-time jobs after graduations, or to looking for the placement or internship programs. So the department will help you first to connect you directly with the employees. Second one, instruct you how to use the right platform to find the jobs. And third one, helping you in preparing the CV, cover letters, and the mock interviews to make sure that you're going to have the best preparations before going through the recruitment service. So this is the right of the student who study at LSBUs, and we don't charge any fees when you come to seek the support from the employability and careers team. And here are some of the pics about our campus. So as you can see, everything is modern and well equipped. We have some buildings have just been renovated last year, so we can ensure that the student will have the best experience during their studies at LSBU 𝐶𝐷 campus. Moving on to the next part, going to be school. So far, we are now having 7 schools in different areas, including School of Applied Science, Arts and Creative Industries, Bioenvironment Architectures, Business School, Engineering, Health and Social Care, and Law and Social Science. Now we're going to go through each school to see what course we are providing to the international students. The first school is the School of Applied Science. In this school, we have 4 main categories, including psychologists. It could be the mental health, forensic psychologist, child development, or addiction psychologist counseling. The second one is sport. So at these categories, we only have one course for both UG and PG levels, which is sport and exercise science, which train you to become a coach in the future. The food, bakery, nutrition, we have one course for the UG levels, which is baking science and technologies. And lastly, about human science, we have a course relevant to the biologies, chemistry, biomedical science, and forensic science. Here are some of the facilities about the school. And the next school is going to be School of Arts and Creative Industries. At this school, we are having drama performance or applied theater courses, fashion communications, photography, imaging, film, television practice, media productions, game design development, music and sound design. At this school, apart of meeting the entrance requirements, the student also need to join the interview with the course leader to make sure that you are fit with the course you apply, because the school is all about the creativity. And here at the school, we also invest in a lot of money in the facilities to make sure that you have the best equipment and best infrastructure for your experience. As you can see, we have invested like 6 million facilities, including Elephant Studio, Edric Theater, or Star Bank Collective. Some of the facilities about this school. The next school going to be School of Built Environment Architectures. We are offering the course Architectures, Constructions, Civil Engineering, Planning, Surveying, Property, and Real Estate. And I can see the Burmese student, there's a quite high demand in studying of civil engineering as well. The facilities at this school, including the digital architectures or robotics lab, strength materials lab, materials testing lab, virtual engineering lab, thermodynamic, and anechoic and reverberation chambers, which is the most quiet room in the world. Yep, here's the facilities of the school. The next one is a business school. So as you all know, business courses are always the top popular courses when the student choose to study in overseas. And that's true for LSBU as well. Like 80% of the students, when they come to LSBU, they choose to study business. So at this school, we are having 3 main categories. We have course about accounting, finance, economics, business, enterprise, and management, marketing, and people. Especially for our accounting and finance, we're ranked top 7 in the UK according to Guardian 2020, and number 1 in London for the accounting. Yeah. And this is the only school now offering a lot of placement courses for both UG and PG levels. For example, for the UG levels, the standard program is going to be in 3 years, but if you wish to take the placement or internship, it's going to be 4 years. Similar to PG level, the standard one is the 1-year program, but if you wish to have the internship, it's going to be 2 years program. Here are the pics about the business school. The next school is going to be School of Engineering. This is the second popular school for the international student at LSBU. Here we're offering the course about chemical, petroleum engineering, computer science, informatics, computer engineering, electronic engineering, mechanical engineering, and product design. And apparently at this school, we have welcomed a number of Burmese students coming in to study in the last 2 years, which become a popular courses among Burmese students at LSBU. And at this school, we have a pretty good academic ranking as well. For example, electrical, we rank 4th best, mechanical 15th best, and chemical 21st best in the country, according to Guardian 2022. And all students will have the access to the 6,000 square meter specialist engineering laboratories. And I have to say 100% of your time studying at the engineering school, you're gonna stay in the laboratories. And here is the pics about the School of Engineering. Moving on to the next school, going to be the Institute of Health and Social Care. At this school, we have course about chiropractic, midwifery, nursing, occupational therapy, operating department practice, physiotherapy, social care, and sport rehabilitations. However, this school, for now, we don't really promote it to international students, as the course require the student have to attend the internship or placement year at the National Healthcare Service in the UK. And so far, we cannot guarantee that 100% of the student, when they choose to enroll at this school, they will successfully secure the internship slot. So that's why we don't really promote it to the international students. However, annually, we open some of the courses to the international students, and is subject to change by the intake. For example, here are the list of the courses at this school we are open for the international students. And one thing about this school, that if the student wish to apply to the course, here they have to apply through the UCAS system. Yeah. And some of the pics about the Institute of Health and Social Care. And the last but not least, gonna be the School of Law and Social Science. Here at this school, we have course about the education, law. Law here could be the criminal law, international commercial law, or business law. We have course relevant to criminology, politics, international relations, urban environmental planning. Yep. So that's all about the school at LSBU we are offering to the international students. And for the top-up degrees, as I have been informed that the top-up programs are very popular among the Burmese students. And here are the top-up options that the Burmese student can apply to study at LSBU. We have the top-up programs about the international business management, electronic engineering, computer system engineering, mechanical engineering design, information technologies, and computer science. Yeah, so that's all about the school at LSBU. Moving on to the next part, going to be the accommodations. So as mentioned earlier, we are now having 4 accommodations in total. Yeah, and which is located very close to the campus as well. We have different kinds of the rooms for the student to book, and the price range is going to be between £135 to £222 per week. Yeah, subject to the location of the dorm. And most of the room here is going to be the single room with the ensuite bathroom. The only things that students going to share together going to be kitchens. So imagine in one flat, there'll be 6 to 7 rooms. So that's 6 to 7 students will share the same big kitchen. And here are some of the pics about the accommodations at LSBU. Yeah, I have to say that things in London now getting more expensive, and finding the accommodations is not easy for the international students. So that's why I would suggest, if you don't have any friends or don't have any relatives currently living in London, the best option for the accommodations gonna be staying in the dorm of the universities. And here, the cost of living for the student who choose to study at the accommodations or who choose to study at the private one. So as you can see, we have summarized all the fees relevant to the accommodations, food, household shopping, utility bills, local travel, study materials, entertainment, and other expense. So PG is still dominated the market. So for the PG level, annually, if you stay in the university accommodations, you have to spend between £16,200 to £20,500 per year. And if you stay at the private accommodations, you have to spend between £17,800 to £28,000 per year. Yeah, which is slightly expensive. And the next part gonna be the fees, scholarship, and entrance requirements. So here are the tuition fees and scholarships available for the international student for the 24-25 intake. For the undergraduate levels, the tuition fees per year is going to be between £14,900 to £16,900, subject to the cost applied. And we also have the Global Success Scholarship, have the value in between £2,000 to £3,500 for the first year only. And for the student who apply through the second year entry or the top-up programs, you are also eligible for these scholarships. And for the PG students, the tuition fees in between 15,500 to 17,900, and we have the scholarship from between 2,000 to 4,000 pounds. Yep. And here are some terms and conditions about the tuition fees and scholarship at LSBU. First, the Global Success Scholarships will be automatically granted to the student as long as you meet the entrance requirements. We don't ask the student to fill in the application form to get a scholarship. We don't ask for the interview. All we need is just like the student meet the entrance requirements, then they will get the scholarships. For the undergraduate levels, we're also having the International Merit Scholarships, which value £2,000 per year. And the standard program is going to be 3 years, which means that you're going to get total package £6,000 for 3 years, full course. And for those students who wants to secure the scholarship, they have to pay the deposit, which is the 50% of the tuition fee per year within 4 weeks since the day you receive the unconditional offer of the universities. So that's all about the terms and conditions of the scholarships. And for the entrance requirement for undergraduate levels, for those who study UK A levels or IB diploma, definitely you will be go straight forward to the Bachelor Year 1. However, for those who study and graduated from the Myanmar curriculum, they have to go through the foundation programs or International Year 1, which is offered by the Cambridge Education Group. And for those who complete the HND Level 5, they are eligible to apply for the top-up programs at LSBU. It could be NBE as well. English language requirement, we're going to ask the student to submit IELTS 6, no band under 5.5, TOEFL 80 or PT 59, no component under 59. For the postgraduate levels, if you graduate from the UK, we're gonna set the minimum benchmark is the bachelor second class, lower second class. That's the minimum. And for those who graduated from Myanmar, you need to complete bachelor degree in 4 years honors, or bachelor degree in 5 years ordinary, or at least having the 1 master degree. For the English language requirement, it's going to be slightly higher. IELTS 6.5, TOEFL 90, and PT 60. And also, we are offering the professional English course, which is coordinated with the Oxford International Group. For those who missed 0.5 of the IELTS, they can apply for the PSC course for 6 weeks. For example, if you are at the apply for the UG levels and you are having the IELTS 5.5, you can apply to study the 6-week course, PSC, and to achieve the IELTS 6.0 at the exit level. Similar to the postgraduate level, you're going to study in 6 weeks from the IELTS 6.0 to get the exit level in IELTS 6.5. And the fees for this course is going to be £1,400 for the full course. That's going to be a very good alternative option for the students. And how to apply? Yes, so all the if you are ready with the documents, you can definitely reach out to the EEVS team to send those documents. Then EEVS team gonna have to submit your application through our portal. All we need from you is gonna be the academic transcript, degree certificate, personal statement, reference letters, IELTS certificate, and photocopy passport. Here, I'd like to emphasize on the SOP, the personal statement. So this is the compulsory documents when you apply to study at any UK universities. So at LSBU, we're going to ask the student to write a 700 to 1,000 words personal statement to demonstrate your background, the reason why you choose to study this course, the reason you choose to study at LSBU and in the UK, and you have to demonstrate your career prospect after graduations. So if you look at the diagram on the right hand side, for those students at the beginning submit without the SOP, that application is going to be rejected, as we consider it's not a general student. You just apply for the mass universities. And for those who submit with the SOP, first we're going to do the plagiarism check. And if there's no plagiarism, good to go for the offer. But if we found the plagiarism from the beginning, we're going to reject that SOP and ask for the second chance to rewrite it and resubmit it. For the second chance, we also do another round of the plagiarism check. And if there's no plagiarism, okay, good to go for the offer. But if there's still plagiarism, that applications will be entirely rejected by LSBU. So please keep in mind that plagiarism is the top concern of the university, so don't do it. And here is the application process. So once you submit the document, the applications, after 1 or 2 days, you're going to receive the conditional offer from us. And in the conditional offers, you're going to know like what are pending conditions that you need to complete. And once you have everything ready, you need to submit through our admission team. And after 3 to 5 days, you're going to receive the full unconditional offer. After the receiving the unconditional offer, is going to be the stage of deposit. Here, the deposit, as mentioned earlier, which is the 50% of the tuition fees. So you can do it through bank transfer, through Convera, or through online payment portal. So this is something slightly different compared to other universities, that we only ask the student to make a deposit at the unconditional offer stage. We don't ask the student to pay a deposit at the conditional offer. So please keep it in mind. So once you complete the deposit, you will jump to the precast preparing process. For you will receive the email from the university to access to our move-in system. In the move-in system, you are required to submit the document checklist, including the proof of deposit payment, offer letter, passport, qualifications, your bank statement, and TB certificate. Once you submit all the required documents, so you're gonna find the credibility interview. The credibility interview will not apply for everyone. It will only apply for those students who have 3 years gap in education. They will be interviewed by our CAS team. For the rest who are progressing from the UG to PG level, or from the second year to top up, you don't have to attend the credibility interview. Or if you have less than 3 years gap in education, yes, you don't have to attend the credibility interview. And once you pass the interview, you're gonna get cast and you can start applying for the visa. So that's all about the admission journey at LSBU. And here are some of the key deadlines for the September 24 intake. The last application is going to be 5th July. Deadline mid conditions going to be 26th July. Last deposit 9th August. Cast deadline 15th August. And the teaching starts from 7th of October. So I would suggest that if you wish to study at LSBU and you have the documents ready with you, please submit your applications as soon as possible. So that's all about London South Bank University. So I hope that all of you have the idea about who we are and what we're offering. In conclusions, LSBU gonna be the good option for those students who wish to study in London with a very affordable tuition fees and focus on the employment opportunities. So LSBU gonna be a very good option. Yep, so that's all from the university. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'm happy to answer any questions or any concern that you have. Yeah. Sway, over to you. Yep.
Yes, I'll ask the student question.
Yep.
ဟုတ်ကဲ့မိကုန်းလေးရှိလို့ရှိရင်လေတစ်ချက်မေးလို့ရပါတယ်ဗျ
I can see one question from the John Oliver. Do you have computer science course? Yes, we do have the computer science course for the UG levels and for the top up degrees as well. For the PG levels, we only have the data science or artificial intelligence, which is relevant to the computer based. Yeah. Like, if you have any questions, feel free to open your mic, or you can just leave the questions on the floor so I can have to answer.
Okay, Justin, I don't think the students have any questions. So I'm going to Facebook comment session. So Justin, do you have any English placement tests as LSPU?
Unfortunately, the university don't have the internal test. So the only options that a student can take gonna be having the IELTS, TOEFL, or PT. And in case if you miss the 0.5 in IELTS, you can attending our PSE course. We have a 6 weeks online PSE course for those students who wish to pursue. So the program is designed and collaborated with the Oxford International Group. Yeah, there'll be a different in-text for the student to attending. So I believe that's going to be a very good alternative for those students who don't meet the English requirement from the beginning.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So
Yeah, can I question?
yes, feel free to ask. Yeah.
Actually, I got a 4-year master, 4-year bachelor, and also I have finished AB level 6. So when I applying for master degrees, MBA, so can I get a credit for my master?
Sorry, did you graduate from the 4 years bachelor degree, but is it ordinary or honors degree?
Ordinary.
Ordinary. If you look at the postgraduate level entrance requirements here, if you take 4 years degree, it has to be honors. Other than that, if you got the ordinary, it should be the 5 years bachelor degree. But what other qualifications have you got?
AB level 6.
ABE level 6. Yeah,
Yeah.
in that case, yeah, it possibly to progress to the master degree at LSBU.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to send those documents to our academic team to review. That's going to be case by case. Unfortunately, I don't have the straight answer for this case, but it's very likely that you're going to be accepted and depends on your grade as well. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Justin, we do have another question in the chat
Yeah.
box.
Do you have any course related to agriculture and environmental pioneers postgraduate? Unfortunately, we don't have any course relevant to the agriculture and environmental environment. Yeah. Yeah. So I think the top-up degrees that's very popular among the students in Myanmar as
Yes.
well. Yeah, especially we have a number of top-up programs for the School of Engineering and School of Business as well. However, we also consider for the year 2 entries as well. So if you wish to join the year 2 or the top-up degrees, feel free to submit the applications to LSBU, and we're gonna consider it case by case. How about universities 3 years complete student instead of 4 years? I was not completed my bachelor, but I do have 7 years working experience as the senior supervisor in international corporation company. So I assume that you wish to apply for the master degree, but you haven't completed your bachelor degree, and instead you have the 7 years working experience. In case if you still have 3 years transcript and you can demonstrate your 7 years working experience in your CV and you got the reference letter from the employees, we might consider to accept you to the master course. And also the master course you apply, it should be relevant to the course you study and relevant to the experience that you had over the years. Yeah.
Very excellent question. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, if none of you have any questions for now, or in case in the future, if you have any questions, so here's my contact. So please feel free to let me know directly if you have any questions by email or via my WhatsApp or Zalo or mobile here. And I think one last question. May I see the pathway for the master program in business? Unfortunately, we don't have the pre-master programs. Yes, we only accept the students straightforward to the master degree. Yeah. You might do the pre-master programs at other universities, then you might give a chance to study at LSBU if you wish. Yeah. Okay, anyone else have any questions? Feel free to open the mic. Yep, so here's my contact, so feel free to contact me directly or just reach out to the EEVS team. So I believe the EEVS team with the counselors team will be very supportive and helpful in
as also leave our contacts in the chat box.
Yeah, the contact of the EEVS on the chat box for Yangon and for Mandalay office as well. Yeah, feel free to reach out to them. So I think the sections today,
yes,
that's all about for the sections today. Thank you very much for your attention. And thank you very much, EEVS team, for coordinating this webinar. So I'm looking forward to welcoming more Burmese students coming to LSBU this 24-25 academic years. Yeah, thank you.
As we also thank you for your time during the weekend.
Yep, Norris, all
it was
good.
a
My
very
pleasure.
successful knowledge sharing session.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Enjoy the weekend.
Thank
you
you
so much.
Yeah, bye.
ဟုတ်ကဲ့ဒီပေါ်တော့ကျောင်းသားတွေတကယ်လို့ဒီ LSU ကိစ္စနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတခြား university နဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးမေးချင်လို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော်ဒီမှာ chat box ထဲမှာပေါ့နော်ရန်ကုန်အတွက်ပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ်တခြားမန္တလေးပေါ့နော်ဒီမန္တလေးဖြစ်ဖြစ်တခြားမြန်မာနိုင်ငံအပေပေါ့ပေမျိုးနယ်မဆိုပေါ့နော်ဒီဖုန်းနံပါတ်လေးကိုဆက်သွယ်ပြီး Viber ပဲဆက်သွယ်တာပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ်ဒီတိုက်ရိုက် phone ခေါ်တာပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ်ကျွန်တော် Facebook page ကနေပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ်ဆက်သွယ်ပြီးမေးမြန်းနိုင်ပါတယ်ဗျဟုတ်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီနေ့ဟုတ်ကဲ့
ခုတော့မေးချင်လို့
ဟုတ်ကဲ့
ဟိုတယောက်ကLSBU ကတယောက်တော့ထွက်သွားရင်းနဲ့တွေ့ရနော်
ဟုတ်တယ်ညီမလေးမေးလို့
ညီမကခုနကညီမ comment ရေးတာတယ်ညီမကပေါ့ bachelor အဲ့4နှစ်ဟာမှာညီမ3နှစ်ပဲတက်ဖြစ်သွားတာအဲ့3နှစ်လုံးရဲ့ transcript တွေလည်းညီမအကုန်ရှိရယ်အကြောင်းကနေညီမယူခဲ့ပြီးသားပေါ့နော်ဒါပေမဲ့ညီမလောလောဆယ်စင်ကာပူရောက်နေတာအဲ့လိုဆိုတော့ညီမအကြောင်းလျှောက်ဖို့ကိစ္စနဲ့ညီမလေးတလားအကိုတို့အဲ့consultant တယောက်နဲ့တော့ညီမအဲ့လိုဆွေးနွေးပြီးတော့ညီမ document တွေပို့ပေးတာရှိတယ်ညီမအဓိကဘယ်လိုဖြစ်နေလဲဆိုတော့ကိုရညီမရဲ့ background တွေကညီမ master join ကျင်တာ
ဟုတ်ညီမလေးခုနကတော့လေဒီ LSBU က Mr. Justin နဲ့ပြောသွားတယ်ဗောနော်သူညီမလေးရဲ့ဒီ working experience တွေရဲ့ပြီးတော့ဒီသူ့ရဲ့ဒီလုပ်ခဲ့တဲ့ company ကနေပြီးတော့ recommendation letter လေးတောင်းပေးဗောနော်အဲ့ဒါဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အဲ့ဒါရေးပြီးတော့ဒီညီမလေးပြီးထား university transcript တွေရသူတို့တင်ပေးမှဆိုလို့ရှိရင်သူတို့ master program ကိုတဲ့စဉ်းစားပေးမယ်တဲ့လို့ပြောရဲအဲကြောင့်မလို့ကိုတော့မှတော်တော်ကောင်းတာပဲလို့ LSBU ကခုနသူပြောသွားအဲ့တော့
ဟုတ်တယ်အခုသူတို့စီမှာသူပြသွားတဲ့ slide ထဲမှာလေ master ဟာပါလာရင် business
ပါ post graduate လို့ပြသွားတာသူ post graduate
လို့ပြသွားတာ
ဟုတ်တယ်တူတူပဲသူက master လို့ပဲ master တော့တနည်းအဲ့လိုပဲခေါ်တာဆိုတော့လေအဲ့ညီမလေးအခု counselor နဲ့စကားပြောနေတာရှိရဆိုရင်ညီမလေး document တွေနဲ့ recommendation letter ကိုပို့လိုက်ပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရင်ခုနေ့ကlive မှာပေါ့နော် join လိုက်တယ်ပေါ့ LSB ကသူ့ကို master ကိုစဉ်းစားလုပ်ပေးမယ်ပြောတယ်လို့အားကြောင့်မလို့ချက် LSB ကိုရှောက်ပေးပါလို့ပြောလိုက်နော်
ဟုတ်အဲ့အကိုနဲ့ကအဲ့ကိုကညီမပထမသူကအဲ့ UK ဟာကို join ဖို့မေးတယ်မေးတော့ညီမကကနေဒါဘက်သွားကျင်တာဆိုပြီးသူ့ကိုပြောတာကွာအဲ့လိုမျိုးဆိုညီမအဲ့ UK နဲ့ကနေဒါကိုညီမဘယ်ဟာရွေးရမှန်းမသိဘူးဒါပေမဲ့ညီမကအခုက IELTS ဖြေဖို့လုပ်နေတုံးဆိုတော့လေညီမကဒီ semester တော့မှီမှာမဟုတ်ဘူး September တော့ညီမမှီမယ်မထင်ဘူးပေါ့နော်maybe 2025အစောပိုင်းဟိုပဲ intake တွေပဲညီမမှီမယ်နဲ့တူတယ်ဘာဖြစ်လို့IELTS ဖြေဖို့လုပ်နေတာဆိုတော့လေ
ဟုတ်ကဲ့ညီ
IS
မ
တ
လေး
ခုပဲညီမမရှိရပေါ့ကျန်တာအကုန်ရှိရလိုအပ်တဲ့ document အဲ့လိုမျိုးဖြစ်နေတာ
ဟုတ်ကဲ့ညီမလေးစက်တင်ဘာ8ရက်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ UK မိသေးရဲ့เนาะတစ်ချက် IS ဖြည့်ပြီးလို့ရှိရင်မြန်အဲ့ကောက်စလာကိုတစ်ချက်ဆက်သွယ်လိုက်ပြီလားကနေဒါကတော့ဟုတ်တယ်အင်ဒိတ်တွေကပြည်ရမြန်နေဆိုတော့ညီမလေး2025လောက်မှပြီးနေမယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ UK ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့မိသေးရဲ့ဆိုတော့လေတစ်ချက်မြန်ဆက်သွယ်လိုက်เนาะ
ဟုတ်ကဲ့ကျေးဇူးပါ
ဟုတ်ကဲ့ကျေးဇူးပါခင်ဗျဟုတ်ဟုတ်ကဲ့ဗျအဲ့ဒါဆိုကျွန်တော် meeting လေးအားလိုက်တော့မယ်เนาะဒီ chat box ထဲမှာကျွန်တော်ဖုန်းနံပါတ်လေးချန်ထားပေးရဲအဲ့ဒါလေးတကူတိချင်တာရှိလို့ရှိရင်အဲ့ဒီကနေ Fiverr ကနေပေးလာပြီးမေးလို့ရရပါเนาะကျွန်တော်တို့တနင်္လာနေ့တောက်ကြနေဆိုလို့ရှိရင်မနက်9:00နာရီညနေ9:00နာရီအထိပေါ့နော်စနေနေ့ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ရန်ကုန်ရုံးမှာတော့နေ့လယ်12:00နာရီအထိပဲဒါမန္တလေးရုံးမှာတော့ကျွန်တော်နေ့လယ်3:00နာရီအထိပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ကိုယ်နဲ့နီးစပ်ရာ physical ပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ်Zoom နဲ့ပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ် online နဲ့ပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ်ပေါ့နော်ကြိုက်တာနဲ့ဖုန်းဆက်ပြီးပဲဖြစ်မေးလို့ရရပေါ့နော်ရုံးကိုလာခြင်းနဲ့ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တစ်ချက်appointment ယူစရာမလိုတခါရုံးကို face အနေနဲ့လာပြီးမေးလို့ရပါရဲ့ဗျဟုတ်အားလုံးပဲ driver ရဲ့အတွက်ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်ပေါ့နော် Facebook မှာကြည့်နေတဲ့ကျွန်တော်ကျောင်းသူတွေမိဘတွေရောအကုန်လုံးကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်ခင်ဗျဟုတ်အဲ့ဒါဆိုကျွန်တော် meeting လေးအားလိုက်တက်ပါဗျ